Chatting now with Dan Bish. He's with Eat, Gather, Love. Dan is the Chief Development Officer, and I've got to say, I love the name.
It definitely puts us out on a limb. I will say that.
So tell me about Eat, Gather, Love.
So the idea is that we want to distance ourselves from the typical kitchen remodeler, that kind of thing, a guy that goes in, and just talks about hardware and doors and hinges and stuff. And when we go into the home, we're talking more about what will this new remodeled kitchen do for the homeowner.
Right.
We ask her, tell us about your family, tell us about the kiddos, the neighbors, etc. And invariably, after they get their new kitchen, they all go, you know what? You gave me my lifestyle back. You got me more confident in asking my neighbors over to have dinner.
Yeah.
And that's what's really important to them. So we hired a consultant, frankly, and he came up with the name after talking to our customers and reading Google reviews. And they all said, this whole lifestyle. And he did a little play on the eat, pray, love.
Right.
And he created what he calls the gather model, which is going into the home and talking about everything but kitchens, doors and hardware. And so that's kind of, and it didn't strike me personally at first, but after I, talking with our franchisees and talking to their customers, they love the name.
Yeah, and it's, branding is all about what the customers say you are, not about what you and I say you are.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, love that idea. So tell me a bit more about the brand as far as, how long has the brand been around? How long have we been franchising? All of that stuff.
Sure, absolutely. So the brand actually started in the UK in '99, and the refacing concept, where what we're doing is we're going in and using the existing layout in the kitchen. So we're not ripping everything out.
So we're not trashing everything and starting over.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that saves a few dollars there, right?
Saves some dollars and some headache, because typically a full remodel, you're tearing up somebody's kitchen for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we're in and out in about 3 to 4 days.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow.
absolutely. Yeah. Cool. So, and you're saving them around 40 to 50% over the cost of remodeling the entire kitchen. But they're getting all new kitchen because we're putting new material on the face of the cabinets. We're putting on all new doors, new hardware. We're not painting. Mm-hmm. We're not like wrapping or something. We are literally putting a new product, usually a new countertop and backsplash as well. Depends on the budget and things like that. But so it's called refacing versus remodeling.
Focus right now, I think, is where a lot of brands in the home services industry have succeeded by focusing on something they do really, really well.
It's really the hallmark of franchise.
Yeah.
Because as a business owner, you're always tempted to kind of get broader and broader in your offering. And, the restaurant business, I mean, I hate to use McDonald's, but McDonald's doesn't have like a waiter and white table cloth service. They got their niche, right?
And they got one kind of fries.
And they stick.
Right, and they're good.
Yeah.
Let me just say. So, briefly, a little bit more about the opportunity. Is this something that you obviously see a big path for growth when
Absolutely.
It comes to opportunities for people in multiple markets? Tell me more about that.
Well, the great thing about us having the experience of the concept proven overseas in multiple countries and multiple units, that same concept has now been brought to the U.S. It's been proven. We have 4 franchisees. Yes, we're still an emerging franchisor, as they like to term them here in the States, but it's on that proven platform. So we have our own proprietary software and systems. Now, what's the one thing that an emerging franchisor has to offer prospective franchisees? It's territory.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of franchisors, I think, make the mistake of trying to control that territory too tightly to begin with. They're really greedy and stingy on territory. I have a totally different philosophy on that. I want successful franchisees first,
right? Because
I want them screaming to my other candidates about how great their business is going. And so for that reason, we're granting very, very generous territory. So we know that it takes about 60,000 households with average incomes of 100,000 and above to be a successful territory. We're granting at least double that. at least 120,000 homes of $100,000 incomes and above. And that's going to basically give the franchisee the opportunity they need to go in, be successful, and then once they're successful and I send someone else to validate with them, they're going to have great things to say, and that's the way it should work. I always say I don't sell franchises.
Right.
Happy franchisees do.
Right.
You know.
Of course.
And it's my job to, with the company, to help everybody be successful.
That's the right way to look at it. That's
long term.
The definition of being responsible. Very good, Dan. If anyone would like to have a further conversation with you about this opportunity, where would you like to connect with them? Website, LinkedIn, where do you typically want to connect?
Well, obviously, the easiest thing 24/7 would be for them to just go to our website, eatgatherlove.com/franchising. That'll take you right there. If you punch your name into the little form there, we automatically get notified. And then the easiest way is it sends you a little link to my calendar. And just jump on my calendar and
book a call.
Book a call. Let's have a little 15-minute chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dan, for joining us here in the Podcast Zone. Enjoy the rest of Franchise Expo Austin.
Been a pleasure. Thanks.